Hey everybody, welcome back to Bearded Goblin Gaming. In today's episode we're going to try something a little new I want to call Monster Monday. We'll start out with something a little simple but fun, the scroll golem. So you'll just need some paper, some wire, and a few paints, and we'll get started. Okay, so to get started here you're going to need a few different supplies. You're going to need some wire. If you don't have any wire, if you need paper clips will work. Coated or uncoated. This is just all I have on hand. Sheet of paper. Some different colored pens if you want some variety in your writing. The base you're going to use, I use these wooden discs I got from Hobby Lobby. They come in a bunch of different sizes. Your hot glue gun and your hot glue. And some basing material, whatever you decide you want to actually put on there. I'm probably just going to put some gravel. So to prep, what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to take your pens, and if you want to put real text on here you can. I'm just going to do some scribbles. And you can do this in solid color or go through and do it in some different colors. And it's going to do this all the way down the page. It shouldn't take up all the paper for one, depending on what size golem you're going to make. Mine's going to be about 3 inches. I'm just going to go all the way down the page. Okay, once you've gone all the way down the page with that, if you have a strip cutter for your paper, you can go ahead and use that. I'm going to make my strips about, I don't know, a little over 1/8 of an inch, maybe 3/16 wide. And just strip out the paper. So for your armature, go ahead and take your piece of wire, your paper clip, whatever you're going to use. Figure out just how tall you're going to make your guy. Remember, he's just a golem, so his legs don't have to be exact. Figure out how he's going to stand. Just taking a pin drill. So there's your legs, maybe. Come on. And right there he's just under 3 inches tall. And mine doesn't want to stay in the base. I got my hot glue gun heating up. Figure out the arms here. Do a quick loop. Even if they're a little long, don't worry about it. You can always snip off the ends. Find my okay, then we'll give him bend for his shoulders, make his arms. Okay. Since he doesn't want to stay in the base, glue him down real quick. And glue his shoulders in. You can go pretty thick on the glue here since you're building up the main body mass. Okay. Then, with that hot glue already there, stick your paper in there. Just start wrapping. Okay, a lot of these little wisps I'm not too worried about. If they're solid enough, you can paint them. They'll just look like arcane energy. So their arm done. Head wrappings, I want there to be a slot where I can put in some glow effects for the eyes. Just cut off her excess wire. And there we go, there's the base for the scroll golem. Next we'll grab some Q-tips or any cotton. If you got cotton balls, that'll work too. This is just what I got on hand. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make little wisps. Take our super glue. Go where the eyes are. Now this will let off fumes with the cotton as it hardens. And you can harden the whole piece with the super glue, or you can come back after that's dry and hit it with Mod Podge or whatever and harden it up that way. But you just want to do the tip, and then once that's hardened and in there, then you can pull it off and it'll just wisp it away. Nice and warm to the touch. Make sure it's good and dry before you pull on it, otherwise you gotta start over. I think while we're waiting for that to dry, we'll take our thing of sand here and we can do some more super glue. So if you're going to do it this way, I recommend going to the dollar store and getting some of this super glue. No point in spending a bunch of money on something you're just going to do basically terrain with. And what you're going to do is just get it filled up. And just instantly harden when it hits the dirt. Lock his legs in there. And again, make sure you got a well ventilated area. Stuff burns your eyes and your lungs. And we'll just let that dry a little bit longer. While that's drying, you can set up your washes. I'm going to go with a light tan that I mixed up here. It's nothing special. I'm just using some of these different acrylic inks. Just gonna put mine in a dispensable cup, disposable. And we'll just grab a big brush. I'm just going to use a chip brush. Now if you wanted, you can mix a little Mod Podge in this. It's just going to harden up your paper a little bit, but you don't have to. I'm using the chip brush mainly, that way if there is any uncured super glue, I'm not worried about ruining the brush. And we'll just let them sit and dry. Alright, now that we got the wash on here, we can go ahead and pick out some other paints. First I'm going to dry brush them with some parchment. And for my arcane colors, I'm going to use aqua for my bottom color, and then Pacific Coast for the top, and then I might hit it with blue ink just to deepen the shadows. You can always go back with another wash after this just to deepen it up, maybe a little bit more brown, give a little bit more shadow. That's probably what we'll end up doing at the end. I'll go through and I'll paint all the cotton pieces that I put on, and then I'll go into some of the deeper recesses of his parchment and give some blue. Looks like the energy's bleeding out of him. If you got any exposed wire, paint that blue or green, whatever your color is. If you want to do more like acidy colors, two-tone greens. And if you wanted, you could go back and do some more wisps, and instead of just painting inside, you could actually have that cotton coming out. You can wait for it to dry if you want. If not, you can do it this way, do a little blending. Alright, so there's our main colors. We'll give them a few minutes to dry, and then we can go back with some blue ink, or just blue wash, and some brown wash just to darken up some of the parchment. Go ahead and hit it with some flesh shade. Damn cap to stay open. Darken up some of those recesses. And we'll just keep plugging away like this until we get it to the point where we want it. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll put up some high-res photos at the end. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.